Right, shalom, shalom. I would like to give all praises, double honor, and glorification to the Most High Yahweh, by Shema Mashiach, Wamalak Yahushua, right, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, right, shalom to all the saints scattered abroad, right, all the Israel scattered abroad, right. So this is gonna be, just a quick late night video. I'm saying, on being more holy in this thing. A slight, exhortation slash, encouragement, whatever. Yeah, you can say exhortation, encouragement on being more holy, in these last days, right? So we're gonna kick this thing off with the classic Leviticus 20, right, and 26. Right, shalom to everybody tuning in, right, through the Spirit. It's gonna be a late night, quick little exhortation, slash encouragement, on being more holy, right? So we're gonna kick it off with the book of Leviticus, chapter 20 and verse 26. It says, "And ye shall be holy unto me, for I, the Lord, am holy, and have severed you from other people, that ye should be mine." Right? So the Lord told us, he commanded us to be holy. Right? As brothers and sisters probably already know, when you go into the word holy, it means sacred, set apart. So we've been commanded to be set apart. Right? So what does that mean? We can't do what everybody else do. You can't be how everybody else is. Right? Israel as a whole, as a nation, we are called to be holy and set apart from every other nation. Straight up and down. We was given the Lord's commandments, his laws, his statutes, right? We was given his ordinances, right? We was given a way to live and to conduct ourselves that was seen fitting by Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Right? So with that being said, you can't just do what everybody else do. Right? You can't think how everybody else think. Right? You can't even talk how everybody else talk. Right? Because as a nation, we've been commanded to be set apart, to be holy. Right? As a whole nation. Right? You can't single yourself out and say, well, look, I'm tribe of Naphtali, so, look, I could do me, but, all y'all. No, you can't do that. Right? As a whole complete nation, we've been called to be set apart, to be holy. Right? We can't do what everybody else do. Right? So that's why the title of this video is, hey, look, let's be more holy. Right? Let's be even more set apart. You shouldn't even want to do what everybody else want to do. That folly day, right, was today, I believe. That folly day, man. Hey, that's what they do. We not here to do what they do. We have our high holy days. We have our feast days and things of that nature. We don't want to celebrate what they celebrate. That's madness. That's off. Let's be more holy, right? Let's take a step back from all of that wickedness, right, and step into the realm of righteousness that the Most High gave us. It says, "And ye should be holy unto me, for I, the Lord, am holy, and have severed you from other people, that ye should be mine." So the Lord just told us straight up and down that he severed us from other people. The Lord, he severed us from the Moabites, right? He severed us from the nasty, stinking Hamites, right? He severed us from a chief damn devil enemy, the Edomites, man, right? He then separated us from all these other nations, right? The Lord kind of said, look, they doing what they doing, hey, but I'm gonna give y'all my laws, statutes, and commandments as a heritage, as a way of life, and y'all gonna do what I want y'all to do, right? So you got to be more holy, you got to be more set apart. Esau, he used great profane language, right? He cussed like a dang sailor, man. Jay, you don't need to use profane language, right? Let your speech be comely in these last days. Let it be holy. Let your conversation be holy. See, in the last days, Esau could talk about, all his freaky lewd endeavors, right? That's not what we trying to talk about, right? We trying to talk about this end time prophecy. We trying to talk about being delivered up by the chariots, man. Right? We trying to talk about being on fire, being holy, being blameless, right? We try to talk about being ready, for the Passover and things of that nature, right? We're not trying to talk about all the folly that the world want to talk about. We don't want to talk about 2K all day, right? We don't want to talk about, the dang Super Bowl, man. We want to talk about the Super Bowl all day, man. Here it is, the Shabbat swinging around. Brothers just want to talk about Super Bowl all day on Shabbat. The NBA championship all day. Brother, we don't want to hear about that, right? We're going to be holy. We're going to be set apart. We different from the rest, right? The Lord said we're a peculiar people, right? We above everybody, right? Because we're different, right? So everything we do got to be different. How we talk got to be different. And dang, they're down to the walk, right? We don't even walk like the other nations, man, right? Right, let's get another precept. Let's get the classic. Let's go to Leviticus 19:2, right? It's the book Leviticus, just a couple of milk precepts to pop this thing off. Not gonna be long. This is the book of Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 2. Speak unto all the congregation of the children of Israel, and saying to them, ye shall be holy, for I, the Lord your God, am holy. So literally being holy and not being like everybody else is literally a commandment, right? Shalom to everybody tuning in, man, right? Yahbashim Shabrakatah, right? To all the mighty brothers and sisters, right? And the children as well. The Lord literally commanded us to be holy, man. So you can't just keep waking up every day, going about life, and you just walk out the house being a nigga, right? A nigga woman. You can't do that. That's just not what the Lord called you to be, man. Right? The Lord called you to be holy, right? You're a daughter of Zion in this thing. You gotta walk out the house with a head wrap on, the mighty dress, right? The mighty skirt with the fringes on that thing, you know, and modest apparel, right? That's how you gotta walk out the house. You can't walk out the house patting your head. You know, Eve do that nasty pat, beating yourself in the head, man. Eve do that stinky ratchet pat, all in the head, right? With a bonnet on, right? You can't walk out the house like that. The Lord said, "Be holy." You gotta be set apart. Let them Hamites walk out the house like that. All right, the Hamites can come out doing that nasty in their ear, patting their head, and let them do that. All right, you daughter of Zion, and Jake, this go for you too, man. Right, Jake, we the head, we the leader. Right, you gotta be the mighty men of the Lord. Jake, don't walk out the house with your butt out, man. Your pants down to your kneecap. And you know, you doing that nasty wide-legged walk, right? And you standing up doing this, and you looking in the sky, rubbing your eyes, blinking twice. Brother, that's not, no. You got to be more holy, brother. You can't walk out the house doing that, right? You got to walk out, a beard, you know, whooped up, you know, probably kind of got the oil in that thing, you know, a mighty man, a mighty austere countenance, looking like you about your father's business, with your mighty fringes on, man, right? With your pants up with a dang belt on, right? Looking like you know you mean business, man, right? So we called to be set apart. We called to be set apart and holy. We can't get down like how these other people get down on here. That's just not what the Lord have commanded us to do, right? You got to let the other nations do their thing, man, right? Hey, some nations they like to participate in lewd acts. All right, we'll let them do that. All right, the Lord commanded us the Lord commanded us 613 things and ways not to be like everybody else. Right, let's just precept real quick. All right, this is the book of Ezekiel, right, chapter 22. Right, this is the book of Ezekiel, right, chapter 22, right, and verse 26. It says, "Her priests have violated my law and have profaned my holy things." And see, and that's Jake issuing these last days right now. And we done violated the Most High. Jake took it upon himself to not want to be holy no more. Now Jake want to be profane. Want to get down with the nations, man. Right? Jake just want to be wicked for no apparent reason. Jake want to walk outside, right, with a pistol tucked in his pants, right? And he think he a gangster now. No, brother. The Lord didn't call you to be a gangster. He called you to be a priest, a king, a leader. Right? Jake, you learned all that gangster niggatry from the Italian mob. All right? Those the real demons, the real Negroes, man. They the real Negroes. They act a fool like they ain't got no dang on sense. All right? That's them. Let the Italian mob and all those guys and you know whoever else want to do it. Let them do those things. They started the whole beefing out, you know, warring against each other and things of that nature. Jake, you don't do that, right? You is nowhere in this magnificent Bible, right? It told you, yeah, just wild out, be a nigga, right? That's not the commandment. The commandment is to be holy, to be set apart. So Jay, you in the truth now. You can't be a nigga. You can't just be in these nigga ways no more. You can't violate the laws of the Most High no more. You just can't do that. That's not how the Most High dealing in this thing. It say her priests have violated my law and have profaned my holy things. They have put no difference between the holy and profane. Neither have they shewed difference between the unclean and the clean, and have hid their eyes from my Sabbaths, and I am profane among them. Right? So that's Israel's biggest problem, man. That's Israel's biggest problem. We didn't profane the name of our God amongst the wretched heathen, man. That's why we supposed to be out here getting the Lord a glory and praise, right? We supposed to be getting the Lord magnified out here. How are we gonna get the name of the Lord magnified if we not walking in the righteousness that the Lord gave us? If we not walking in the wisdom that the Lord gave us, right? It's the scriptures say we ain't need to put no difference between holy and profane. Hey, you can't be that brother in the truth where they don't even know if you're in the truth for real or not, right? It's no difference between you and Jake in the world. That's not how we represent the Most High. We got to put on for the Lord, right? We got to put on for the Lord in righteousness. Hey, they should look at us in this truth and say, okay, clearly look, hey, they trying to be holy, and then they see the other people, okay, well, that's definitely profane. But you got people, you wouldn't know which one it is. All right, yeah, okay, you do got on fringes, but why you got that gun? Like, why you walking around with that gun on him, and he got his shirt lifted? It ain't no difference between the profane and the unclean and the clean, the profane and the holy, right? So we got to be that walking example. We got to be that walking beam of light. Now that we in the truth, we got to take the steps to be more holy in this thing. When people see us, right? Since the Lord He shared His magnificent mercy on us, man. When people see us, they just got to see that glow around you. They just got to see that light just beaming off because you so holy. You've been called to be holy, right? It's no wrong in being holy, right? It's no wickedness in being holy. Look, you should wake up every day. Look, I ain't trying to get down how they getting down. I don't want to be like them. I don't want to be like the world, right? Hey, you should want to walk outside every day feeling good, feeling confident, feeling mighty in the Lord. You had a mighty morning. Hey, you're washed up, right? That's another thing that some of these nations, they don't wash up. You go around Elam, heavy onions, because they not holy. They not set apart. We've been called to be holy and set apart. Jake, you got to wash up, right? You could wash up with your sweet odors, right? You walk past the Elamite woman, it's just a dark wave of onion and I just words can't explain. They don't even cleanse themselves, right? Hey, or when you supposed to put on, your sweet odors, right? Hey, Jake, you kind of, Jake love to smell, got a cologne. Jake, you can't walk in the house smelling like a pile of onions. No, brother, no. That's not even where we come from, right? We got to be holy in all aspects. But chiefly, you want your spirit to be right. You want your spirit to be holy, right? You don't want to profane the name of the Lord amongst the nations. Right, let me get this quick precept real quick in Deuteronomy class. This book of Deuteronomy, right, chapter 4, and I'm gonna start at verse 5. Deuteronomy 4 and 5, it says, "Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it." Verse 6, "Keep therefore and do them." So we should be keeping and doing the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability, right? The precepts as a whole. It says, "Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people." So we literally supposed to be displaying the law, statutes, and commandments while we in our captivity to magnify the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, right? When Jake outside been a Negro just acting like an idiot, that's why we a laughing stock now. Ain't that part of the curses to be a byword and a reproach? What Jake, look at how you acted. I mean, you been a thug, you been a Negro, a dope boy. I mean, it ain't gonna be too much good to say about you, realistically speaking. Come on now. But that's why I told this video, look, let's be more holy. We got to step it up in these last days. Let's be more pure. Let's be more undefiled. Let's be more set apart. Straight up and down. Right? When it comes to certain things, you do got to ask yourself, well, if Yahweh was right here, would I do it? Would I say it? Would I listen to it? Would I do it then? Sometimes you got to take it that far with Jake. Jake kind of say, look, well, you been over righteous. Come on, you doing too much. Yahweh not right here. Well, brother, we'll act like he is. How would you act if your king was right here? Right? How would you act then? You see what I'm saying? You got to be more holy. You got to be more holy. Right? The Lord said that these commandments is our wisdom and understanding in the sight of the nations. And when they see us displaying true holiness and true righteousness, what it say? Hey, when they hear all these statutes, they're going to say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. Jake, not that we really care what the heathen has to say. We really don't care. But Jake, let's be real. You think they look at you and think, oh, wow, brilliant. His God must be immaculate. But heck no. They ain't thinking that, Jake. They say, look at that nigga. Look at that monkey. A wild, untamed beast. Right? That what they say. Look at this untamed beast. Look at him. He's a nigga. He put a gun in his hand and a bandana around his head. And look at what he do. He just put on the show for Esau, man. Esau, get off on that. Jake out here acting like a dang fool. And then look at the women. Yeah, get a nigga woman. If you give this here a nigga woman a bottle and put her in this here club, she give you a show. She give you a show. That what they think of you, Eve. Right? That what they think of our women, man. And that's what they think of our brothers. Give them a bag of dope. Give them a pistol. And post them up on the west side, man. Post them up on the east side. Right? And then here we go once again, profaning the name of the Lord. Right? Just making our gods look bad. They just kind of scratching their head. Well, who over this people? Because, oh boy. Right? And man, no, we're not doing that in the last days, man. We're not doing that. And we on our A game. And we about to strive to be more holy in this thing. We about to strive to display the righteousness of the Most High on that next level. Because you got to think about it. When you out and about, when you in the job setting, when you at the grocery store, wherever you at, you represent the Most High. We represent the Most High. On your daily basis, on your everyday life, you represent the Lord. Right? How you displaying the Lord? Right? Is you going to the grocery store, right? Knocking over all the apples, right, and the oranges, right? Is you standing on top of the cash register shaking your bottom? And stuff like that, that's foolish, man. That's not holy. That's not set apart. That's no different from these stupid heathens that have no structure, that have no order, that don't have these mighty fire 613 laws, statutes, and commandments with a plethora of precepts, man. All right? I mean, we're going to be more holy in this thing, man. Straight up and down. Right? We're going to do better. Right? We're going to magnify the name of the Lord to the best of our ability in these last days. In sincerity and in truth. By being more holy. By being more set apart. Right? Straight up and down. Right? Like the brother Don Israel said, I mean, Esau is the original gangster. Jake, you're not a gangster. Right? The gangster background is not what you come from. Right? No, that's not what you do. Okay? We're not supposed to be over here. Your brother just kind of wake up outside. Let's make Deuteronomy 28:54. Let's make it happen. No, we're not trying to have these evil eyes, man. Right? We gotta turn that around. Hey, Esau, outside of it being a curse on us, hey, Esau taught you how to have an evil eye, man. That nasty, decrepit Willie Lynch letter, right? Kind of giving one so-called nigger more privileges, let him be in the house, and the other so-called nigger outside, right? So-called black man, right? Hey, Esau egged on the division, man. Right? Esau egged it on. Right? Let me get the precept on that real quick. Let's get this in the book of Zechariah. Esau egged it on, man. Right? As if us going through the curses wasn't enough. Damn devils, man. Right? Let me get this real quick. Zechariah. That's what I want. This is the book of Zechariah, right? Chapter 1, and I'm going to start at verse 15. It says, and I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease, for I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction. So you had the decrepit heathens, they helped forward the affliction, man. Right? They helped make things even worse than what they had to be. Right? Straight up and down. Putting all the guns and the crack and the drugs in our neighborhoods, man. And they got fighting and beefing all over it, man. And we just sit here making a fool of Yahweh Shema Shah, man. But see, the Lord, he done called us to be in his truth. That's why we got to make that change. We got to make this difference. Right? We got to display more holiness in these last days. Right? We got to put these commandments on display. Right? We got to get our God honor and glory. Right? Let me go back to that in Deuteronomy. Right? Let me go back to that. This is the book of Deuteronomy. Right? Chapter 4. And I'm going to pick up where I left off at. I'm going to read that again. I'm going to read 6 again. This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 6. It says, keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. Right? Verse 7. It says, for what nation is there so great who hath God so nigh unto them? as the Lord our God is in all things that we call upon him for. So really, when we on fire, displaying that pure holiness, right? Hey, it says, for what nation is there so great? Because really, there's no nation better than us. There's no nation greater than us. See, we in a lower state right now. That's all this thing is. We in a lower state, you know, and that's what it is. We going through the curses, man. Right? So things they don't look too good on Yashala end of the state. Hey, but the Most High called us to be in his truth. He called us to magnify his name. Not that he need us, right? But he called us to magnify his name and to exemplify, you know, his righteousness, man. To exemplify his holiness, man. Right? It says, for what nation is there so great who have God so nigh unto them, man? Hey, nobody got the Most High near to them, right? Hey, that's on us, that's on Israel to be holy on that fire elite level to display how nigh Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is to us. Then the Lord said he ain't know nobody else, he dealt with no other nation, man, right? Because he only dealt with Yasha'Allah, man, right? Hey, but why did the Lord kick us off for a dispensation of time? Because our wickedness, right? Because Jake ain't want to be holy, right? So the Lord kind of let us, you know, he let us go through the fire, man. Right? Hey, but we waking up in these last days, man. We getting back on fire, man. And we striving for holiness, right? We striving for perfection, right? We're going to let our light shine before men like the scriptures tell us to, man. And we're going to wax mighty in this thing, Lord willing, man. And we're going to display, our Lord's righteousness, right? We're going to display, these commandments, man, right? You got Jakes out here, they want to do the some Jakes, they want to do the right thing, man. They may not have much guidance. They don't necessarily know which way to go, right? But who you got creeping in? You got Esau, right? Raising up another Negro, right? Out of the slums from somewhere, giving him a rap contract and letting him just destroy Jake mind. You will have a Jake out of here. You will have a Jake that want to turn his life away from the streets, right? You want to try to find God in some form or some fashion. And then what do Esau do? He picked one Jake out of the hood, give him a 360 deal, and display him all over the internet. Why he rap about being a thug, shooting and killing his brother, and freaking off, and drugs, right? That's not holy. That's not holy. Now that same Jake Ma, who was about to try to, stir up to seek the Lord in some form or fashion, now it's destroyed. Because who always coming in the midst? Esau, right? Esau always coming in there with his next trick to keep Jake being unholy, man. To keep Jake being profane. To keep Jake being defiled and wicked and off, right? That's just how this thing be sometime, man. Right? Let's keep reading. I'm going to read verse 8. Deuteronomy 4 and 8. It says, in what nation is there so great that have statutes and judgments so righteous as all this law which I set before you this day? So the scriptures say, what nation is even so great as Israel to even have 613 beautiful commandments, right? What nation is there so great that got judgments like us? So here we are, called to be holy, called to be set apart, right? We have these beautiful statutes and judgments to the extent that it's not even no other nation out there like us, man. Straight up and down. So we got to be more holy in these last days, man. Right? We got to turn up and be on fire and be more pure, be more holy, right? Be more undefiled. That's just how we got to be more in these last days, right? Another precept. Let's get the classic real quick in Romans 12. Right? This is the book of Romans, right, chapter 12 and verse 1. It says, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto Yahweh, which is your reasonable service. So, at the end of the day, we got to make sure that we present ourselves holy before the Most High, blameless before the Most High, pure before the Most High, right? That's our reasonable service, to be on fire, to be keeping these commandments. Fearing the Most High was the whole duty of man, right? You can't be a nigga and be doing that, right? You can't be a nigga woman and be doing that, right? The Lord said, this is your reasonable service, to present your body a living sacrifice, a holy one at that. Because every sacrifice is not holy. You have sacrifices that's with spot and with blemish. And those sacrifices, they're not accepted, right? You got to be that holy sacrifice without spot, without blemish, pure and blameless to the best of your ability. Set apart to the best of your ability, right? And we are more than able. So there's no excuse, right? Straight up and down. Verse 2, it says, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of Yahweh. So that's how, look, if that's not enough for you, I don't know what is. The Lord just told you, hey, look, you can't be conformed to this world. So that just let you know right now, when it come to being holy and set apart and being pure for the Most High, you can't do it according to how this world operate, right? How you gonna be holy and pure if you rocking with how the world rocking, right? That's not how this thing work. That's why we got to be more holy in these last days, right? Straight up and down. You can't be conformed to this world. You can't be doing the things that the world would like to be done, right? That's just not how the Lord rocking in this thing. The Lord told you, hey, how to be pure. He told you how to be holy, right? So you can't be conformed to this world. The world tell you to do a lot of stuff, all right? The world tell you to participate in all manner of lewdness and sexual immorality, right? In drugs, right? In unrighteous dealings and unrighteous judgment. The world advise you to live young, wild, and free, right? This is the land of the free. No, you can't. See, that's why you can't be conformed to this world. Because if you be conformed to this world, you're not going to be able to display no holiness of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, right? You can't be conformed to this world. The scripture say, let your mind be transformed. So maybe you was in the world. Maybe you listen to nigga music all day. Maybe you rolled blunts all day, right? Maybe you freaked off all day. You rode around the block and made drop-offs. Maybe you did that all day. See, but you're in the truth now. So now you've been called to be more holy. Your mind got to be transformed, right? And now you abounding in these precepts, A, to the best of your ability. You memorizing the accounts. You diving into the history. You diving into the in-depth breakdowns, right? Your conversation different. See, in the world, you might have talked about freaking off with Keisha, right? Freaking off with Tanya, right? You call up your homeboy Dre. Hey, what's up, Dre? What's on the flow? Hey, yeah, Keisha, man, she said her mama, hey, she worked midnights. Hey, see see, you was freaking off. You wasn't in your right mind, right? Hey, now you holy. Hey, you calling that brother? Hey, Shalom, King. Trying to hop into this breakdown. Let's go over Revelation 17, right? And let's memorize, right, the 7 heads and the 10 horns. Let's memorize Daniel 8:2 and 7, like the back of our hand, man. Right? Hey, let's memorize all the mighty milk precepts, King. And let's go on a fast together, Ak. Hey, that's what you call being holy. That's how you be more holy in these last days. Your mind got to be transformed and renewed. You just can't be on the same type of time that you was on. The Lord called you out of that and called you to be set apart. He took you and severed you from the world, right? See, you've been taken and severed from the world, so you can't be on that same type of time that you used to be on. You might have used to bang all the hood bangers all day, right? You listen to the music or listen to all the hood rappers, right? You might be listening to all these rappers out here, all right? Don't give me I don't even know the name. Don't get me started, right? You be listening to all these rappers. You coming to truth, we got the mighty truth music now. You don't got to play that niggatry in your ear. Talk about robbing your brother, freaking off, taking another man's wife. Right? You don't need to be feeding it all in your brain. Right? You got to be more holy in these last days. Right? Let your conversation be better. Hey, Jake, you got to cut out that profane language. Stop cussing so much. Brother, you was in the world. You cussing away. Every word coming out your mouth, profane babbling. Brother kind of say, though I be rude in speech, but not in knowledge. It ain't a sin, huh? Hey, look, we don't want to hear all that winging it, man. Brother, cut it out. Because if Yahweh was standing right next to you, brother, you would check that at the door. When some J just off, maybe they will wing it in front of Yahweh. God forbid. Because they ain't going to get them nowhere. Right? Brother, if Yahweh was right here, you wouldn't turn that music on, man. Be more holy. You got a plethora of truth music. Brother, if that don't get it, brother, listen to an instrumental. I don't care. Whatever it takes to be more holy and set apart and more pure in these last days. Right? You just got to be pure in the best way you can. It's not even hard. You just got to take that first step to do it. Right? The Lord said, be transformed and renew your mind. Brother, you in the truth now, brother. You don't listen to that no more. You don't do that no more. All right? Just get that out of your mind. Just get it out of your mind. Come on, Jake. You better than that. You Yasha Allah. He Prince Power. right? It say you got power with the Most High. You to prevail over man. So, brother, it's nothing. Look, long as you got the Most High on your side, it's nothing you can't do. Philippians 4:13. Don't let the Christians use that better than you. Don't let the church use Philippians 4:13 better than you. Or the NBA players, they use it better than you, man. They got the zeal not according to knowledge, and they using it better than you. Brother, you got the knowledge. Philippians 4:13. You can cut out the niggatry. You can cut out the nigga music. You can cut out the nigga speech, right? You can cut out the nigga thoughts, right? You can just cut out the old man. And same thing for the sisters, man, right? Don't go back in the closet and get that nasty long black boot that zip up to the kneecaps, right? I mean, throw that boot away, okay, sister, right? Don't get that nasty skin tight dress, skirt, whatever. Leave it alone. It's not holy, right? And go throw that ancient world from many years ago bonnet away. Throw the bonnet away. Right? You done had that bonnet for Lord knows how long, man. It got a hole in it. Go away. Just throw it away. Right? Sisters, be more holy. Stop gossiping so much. Right? Stop tale bearing. Stop doing all of that. Just be more holy. Right? Sisters got to be on fire and be holy too. Talk about these precepts. Talk about your foremothers. Talk about how bad you want the kingdom, man. Talk about how you want to be a better wife and more on fire, right? And less of what's going on in the world. Less of what's going on, amongst these celebrities. Sister, your daughter's a Zion, man. Right? You chaste, right? Pure. Same thing for you brothers, man. Stop gossiping, Jake. Jake want to talk about all the folly going on. Jake want to talk about all the drama going on. Yeah, did you hear about, such in this camp? Yeah. Hey, brothers, cut it out. You got to be holy, man. You got to be holy. You got to be set apart, right? We're kings. We're priests. Sisters is princesses, man. Daughters of Zion. You got to think about it. You got to be more holy and more pure. You got to walk how the Lord will walk. If Yahushua was down here, would you talk that same talk, sister? No, you wouldn't. Brother, would you talk that same? No, you wouldn't. That's how you got to think about it. Okay, Yahushua right next to me. The angel's watching me. I can't do this. Oh, no. Oh, no. I can't do this. They watching me. Right? That's just how you got to do. Okay? You got to be more holy. Right? Stop getting in the car blasting niggatry. Brother, why you listening to that? Sister, why you listening to that? Sister, do you sell dope? No. No, you don't. Okay? Brother, do you slide on the ops, brother? No. You contradicted yourself. That's not even you. You're unequally yoked, brother. They don't even align with the type of time that you on. They don't align with the Bible. They don't align with the type of time that the Most High has called you to be on, brother, sister. Just let it go. Right? Let's get another precept. It's another aspect of being holy. I wanted to expound on too. Right? Let's get Revelation the 19th chapter. I want to dive into this real quick as well. Right? This is the book of Revelation, chapter 19 and verse 7. It says, "Let us be glad and rejoice and give honor to him. For the marriage of the Lamb is come, and his wife have made herself ready." And we already know we a wife unto, Yahushua, we a wife unto the Most High, right? Things of that nature. We already know that. That's just how Israel is. That's the relationship that the Most High got between Israel, right? Nevertheless, it's talking about the marriage, right? So when you got a marriage, nobody come to a marriage, right, to the marriage feast with a dirty, undefiled, ketchup stained, barbecue sauce garment on, man. You got to come to that thing with a pure, holy garment. So you definitely want to have your spirit as holy as possible as, our king get ready to return, man, and reap vengeance and judgment on the earth. And when he come back, it say his wife have made herself ready. So you can't make yourself ready and, you still on that old type of time. You're not striving to be more pure. You're not striving to be more holy. How you going to be ready? How you going to be a bride that's adorned, ready for her husband? How? It says verse 8, And to her was granted that she should be arrayed in fine linen, clean and white. That's the same thing as saying pure and holy. So the elect, they're going to make sure that their spirit is as pure and as blameless and as holy as possible by the time Yahushua get back. That's what the elect going to do. Right? The elect is not going to keep defiling themselves. Right? The elect is not going to keep, just keep splatting stains just all over the dang garment, just stains everywhere. No, man. The elect going to separate themselves from the world as much as possible. And Lord willing, the Most High grant us the mercy to be on that elect type of time. Right? Elect brothers. Right? Got the mighty sisters in this thing, man. Right? Lord willing, hey, the mighty children in this thing, man. Hey, Lord willing, Most High grant us the ability to be on that elect type of time. To be striving to be holy and pure, that we may be on a spiritual level arrayed in fine linen and white. Right? It says, for the fine linen is the righteousness of the saints. So the fine linen, that pure, white, holy linen, that's the righteousness of the saints. So the true saints, the true elect, they're going to be holy. They're not going to make excuses. Right? They're not going to wing it and talk about, oh, well, I don't see it in the law. Well, show me in the law. Did it say, brother, cut it out, brother. That non-sincere spirit, right? That's not going to get you too far. It's not going to get you too far. It's just not being sincere, man. Just want to be contrary to righteousness. No, brother, you got to be more holy. And it is what it is. If you don't want to be more holy, well, you don't want to be arrayed in that fine linen, which is the righteousness of the saints, because you don't want to be more holy, brother. Right? It shouldn't be a grievous thing to cut out the niggatry. It shouldn't be grievous. Right? Why should that be a hard thing to do? Because if Yahushua was standing right next to you and he told you, well, the type of time that you on and, some of the things you indulge in, they ain't really too right. I'm going to be honest with you. Right? Then what? What you going to say then? See, but that's exactly why it's going to take for Yahushua to come back to set many things in order, man. It just is, so we just got to accept that, But nevertheless, why wait till he come back when the Lord is giving you plenty of precepts to exhort you to do it now? Why wait? Why sit around? Why lollygag? Why tarry? Right? Why BS? When you could do it now. When you could be set apart and holy now. Right? Straight up and down. Yeah, man, that where there's no law, there's no sin spirit, man. Right? You can't have that spirit, man. That's not a sincere spirit. Oh, well, show me, in the law where it says listening to Moneybagg Yo is a sin. Brother, we know Moneybagg Yo name not in the Bible, brother. Right? We know that. That's a weak argument. All right? That's horrible. Right? That's pathetic. Well, brother, show me where the Lord justify you feeding niggatry into your ears about sexing diverse women, right? Smoking weed, sliding on ops. Brother, you can't show me where that's justified at, brother. It's not even an argument. Right? The Lord commanded you to be holy and be set apart. So if you commanded to be holy and set apart, how you going to be on the type of time that the world on? And the Lord told you don't be conformed to this world. Oh, now then, brother, you kind of cut. You don't want to humble down. And now the wicked flee when no man pursueth, man. You get over it. All right, the world getting played out and old by now. It never been the thing anyway. But if you can't tell in these last days that the world is just pathetically just crumbling apart, what's wrong with you? Celebrities getting exposed left and right. Jake talk about the Super Bowl scripted and rigged. Like, come on, if you still care about this world, I don't know what to tell you. Right? These celebrities, they, it's getting bad. All right, Jake, you just gotta let the world go. You gotta let the world go straight up and down. Right? You just gotta give it up. Just let it go. Stop holding on to this decrepit, wicked, stinky, nasty place, man. It's going down. Right? This is a precept. Right? You gotta be different, Jake. You gotta be different. Right? Let's get this in Leviticus, man. Right? I want Leviticus 18 and 30. Right? Khan. Right now, and now let's just give a little context on it. When you read Leviticus the 18th chapter, it goes into diverse sexual immorality. I summarize it like that. It goes into diverse sexual immorality. It tell you all the nakedness that you can't uncover, right? And when the Lord, after the Lord, expounds on all these things, right, and also talking about how you shouldn't lay with mankind as well, womankind and things of that nature as well, and no bestiality, several forms of fornication, right? He ends it all off with this. Leviticus 18:30. It says, therefore shall ye keep my ordinance, that ye commit not any one of these abominable customs, which were committed before you, and that ye defile not yourselves therein. I am the Lord your God. So all the things that the nations do, the Lord said these things essentially, they're abominable. They wicked customs and way of life, it's abominable. It's atrocious. It's despicable. The Lord said you can't indulge in all of that. So on another level, Israel, we got to be holy and set apart in the aspect of simply not even doing what the other nations do, right? You see what Ham do, right? Brothers and sisters have been in the truth long enough. They kind of bend over that nasty, linky, slim Jim body, and they kind of put her under the cow. All right, that's kind of how they getting down. All right, so God forbid, brother, do that. Straight up and down. They wash up in the cow urination, right? You got Ham. They eat I think mud pies or mosquito pie, whatever they call it. They eat mud. All right, so that's something else the nations do. You can't do that, Jake. Right? Esau. Oh man, I didn't even start on Esau, man. They broke one of the main things in Leviticus 18. No bestiality, right? Esau popped the animals, man. All right, Jake, you can't do that, right? Esau commit all manner of lewdness. The list is innumerable for all the things that they do, right? But the point is, we can't walk in the ways of these other nations and all the folly and all the wickedness, man. Straight up and down, Jake. Look, when you all the way back then, this we was given the first 5 books, all right, brother, sister, right? And within these books, it contains, no folly for the stuff that Jake be on nowadays. So in these last days, we got to be more set apart, more holy, more pure. We got to be undefiled, man, right? Straight up and down. We can't keep being on that same type of wicked time that the Lord brought us from. We just can't do that no more. And we can't be on the type of time that the world may want us to be on. You gotta leave it alone, man. Hey, the days draw nigh now. Hey, straight up and down. Hey, your house shot, be back any day now, man. This world is crumbling and falling apart every single day, right? So in these last days, Jake just gotta focus on being more holy, being more pure, being more set apart. Straight up and down. Can't be indulging in the folly no more, right? We don't want to go, like it's telling people, we don't want to go back to the vomit, man. We don't have time to be going back to the vomit, nasty, foul ways, right? Straight up and down, right? So Lord willing, brothers and sisters was exhorted and edified, on just being more holy, being more pure. You just can't rock out with the ways of this world, man. Straight up and down, right? So just a late night, exhortation for Jake to just be more holy in this thing, man. Be more set apart. Don't walk in the ways of wickedness, right? Don't walk in the ways of these other nations, man. Straight up and down, right? But Lord willing, hey, brothers and sisters, hey, even children, keep enduring, making y'all call in the election sure. With that, shalom.